Hey Sag, how you doing? How you been? Welcome. If you're new, don't forget to hit on that old subscribe button and like if any of this resonates for you. And comment below. Comment below if you've got any advice you can share with anyone off the back of the reading. It's always nice to build a little community, and if you've been through it and you've got some advice, definitely share it. Now check below for my socials if you'd like to add me on Insta or on Facebook. I will not be doing personal readings for the next week, maybe 2 weeks, but I'll definitely let you know when that opens back up. But I do try my hardest to get on and do a daily tarot guidance. Okay, Sag, in your energy today, we have the Emperor. You are on top of your game. We have the Three of Swords and the Six of Cups. Okay. What's this telling me? This is telling me that someone from your past that you may have had, sorry, I have crazy hair today. It is not staying in its assigned seats. Someone from the past, somebody who you had a very strong connection to, and I'm guessing this is a very deep soul connection because I'm feeling a lot of past life stuff going on as well, literally broke your heart. Whether you had any part in it, that's for you to know. But what matters here is that you walked away feeling brokenhearted and you shut down emotionally. You got cold, and now you may have found yourself, and I'm picking this up intuitively, back in another relationship or wanting to get back into another relationship, but not really knowing how to open up because the fear's got you frozen emotionally almost. Like, you're able to understand and comprehend because, let's face it, Sag, you're smart, you're philosophical, you understand the reasonings behind people's behavior. So you get that this person or whoever's come into your life, or whether you're with them, regardless, 222 on the timer. So if you're seeing twos, that's your synchronicity. You're understanding they're giving you love, and you comprehend it and you feel it, but it's not breaking past a wall, if that makes sense. Like, it's sort of hitting you and rebounding off and you're grateful for it, but you're not feeling it at the same level, and you're also not able to express it at the same level. That breaks my heart, you know, Sag. I feel like you've come into this world with your heart on your sleeve, and there was no fear, and you jump into whatever came your way until it got too painful, and then the wall come down, and you've never had this wall before, so you don't even really know what to do or how to remove it. Okay. So your person is coming up, oh, sorry, a bit of glare there. Your person is coming up as the Five of Pentacles. They're feeling the wall. They're feeling shut out from you emotionally. You may be there physically, helping, doing all the things, but they're definitely feeling the wall, and they're definitely hitting it. They're aware that they're hitting the wall. Like, basically, you're not fooling anyone is what I'm getting. Let's see what's coming out as well for your person. Two of Wands. They're waiting. They may not have expressed this to you, or they may have, but either way, they're waiting. What I'm hearing is that you don't need to fret, that they are going to stick by you while you navigate through the world in the space you're in now. I'm also hearing intuitively from Spirit, it won't last forever. These walls won't be up forever. Okay, so we have the Six of Pentacles. I almost feel, and this is so beautiful, I almost feel like your person has enough love for the both of yous for now. I feel like this is a panic that you haven't expressed, that you're fearful you're going to lose. And this could be a job situation as well, like, or this could be a family situation, or friends, but you're fearful you're going to lose the people you love because you're not able to give back in your usual Saggy way. Let's have a look at the dynamic going on between the two of yous at the moment. I don't feel like this is causing major fight. So I feel like this is an underlying current below the surface. Let's pull a little more before I talk on that card. But it's good news, Saggy. It's good news. I feel like the reason, and no other cards are coming out, I'm busting to talk about the Ten of Cups. So that was a bit aggressive, wasn't it? So the Ten of Cups has come out, and that's why you're so scared. This is your be-all and end-all. This is the person you want and the person you want to be with. And you want, it's not even that you're scared you're going to lose them. You want to be able to give to them what they deserve, and you're feeling that within yourself. Like, I know you, I have so much to give you, but you're hitting your own wall. And it's there for good reason. It hurts to get hurt. And sometimes, you know, Saggies aren't really used to all that emotion. I think it just scared the living daylights out of you. And I think you shut down for survival, because if you hadn't shut down, I don't know that you would have been able to navigate through the space. So it was definitely needed. That wall was 100% needed. How do we get it down though? Let's ask the cards what we should do. These cards want to talk, Saggy, or you want to talk. I feel like you're like, yes, that's what happened, and this happened, and it's coming through in the energy of the cards. Look, it's just a chunk every single time. I can't even use them. Okay, so the Eight of Swords have come out. You're bound by your own doing, and don't take that personal, Sag. Like I said, that wall needed to be there, and I'm glad it was there, and you were this stoic emperor, and you got through that situation, which has brought you your beautiful Ten of Cups. You know what's funny is in my cap reading, so if you're dealing with a cap, you might want to go watch that. I had crows fly past, so they were quite vocal, and I'm watching all these crows pulling off her bondage. So if you're seeing crows as well, it might be a synchronicity for you, or you might be dealing with a cap. Okay, Spirit, one card, please. Okay, Cap, Sag, let's just take a deep, see I said cap, you definitely might have cap in your chart, you might be a cusper. Let's take a deep breath, inhale, exhale, and let's get some calmer energy coming through so we can get some very specific messages. Okay, so how can we get Sagittarius either over the wall, under the wall, or to dismantle the wall? How do we go about that, Spirit? Okay, the Nine of Swords has come up, and that's telling me that while you really want it, you're almost anxious to bring it down, because this situation is your Ten of Cups, and now you're thinking, well, what happens if this person hurts me? I don't think I'll ever be able to cope with it, and then I won't have my wall, and what am I going to do? And there's so much thought going on. There's a lot of thought. Okay, so as I'm telling you that, I'm hearing from Spirit that it's time to ease your monkey mind. So meditation, definitely, that's great, but more so grounding. So getting outside, getting your feet on the soil. If you can't do that, a shower or a bath, and really connecting into the water. And it's an everyday thing. So when these thoughts come up, when you get overwhelmed, it's just a deep breath, releasing it, realizing that you are strong enough to get through it. You don't need this wall anymore. And I think that's a daily task you have to do until you've told your subconscious for long enough that it's safe for that wall to come down. Because I feel like your brain's almost put the wall up without your permission, and it's not going to come down until it's convinced that it's safe. And I think the only way to do that, and your person can show you as much love as they want, the only way for that wall to come down is for you to feel safe enough for it to be able to drop. And it's coming from a subconscious place, so you've got to keep talking to your subconscious. King of Cups. This is either you or your person, but you are in charge of your emotions, and you are strong enough to handle your emotions, is what I'm hearing. In the back of this card, there's a full moon. That has stood out to me because I feel like you're now at the point that you're so happy or so eager to step out into the dating world or whatever your situation is, that your sort of, your love bubble that's behind this wall has blown up and it's full, and you have to let it out. You have to give it to someone else. This is something you want to share. You don't want to be hoarding your love, but you can't get past this damn wall. These cards are coming out like crazy. Okay, so we have Temperance. You have shown up in your own reading, Sagittarius, with the Ace of Pentacles. I am hearing, once again, it's come back into the grounding, earthy energy. It's the healing energy, the transformative energy. But I'm also hearing that manual physical work will help release your mind. So distracting your mind in physical activity when you're feeling triggered by the emotion or you're feeling overwhelmed. Okay, we're going to clarify today with the Spiral Tarot. And I don't know if I told you that I was working originally with the Crystal Visions, if you're wondering what that is. So when you came up at the start of the reading, there were broken hearts, there was pain, there was a wall, you were stoic, and that has been clarified with the King of Swords. This is your clarity of realizing that you're not broken, it is fixable, and that this hurt and this fear belongs to the person who hurt you, and that yes, it was painful, but to stay in that energy or to put that wall up, it lets that person win. It gives them, it's feeding them, if anything, even if they're unaware that it's happening or that you're still in it, it gives them more than they deserve. And I think you're starting to realize that, like, I allowed that person to hurt me, and now I'm allowing them to hurt me still, and I'm allowing them to hurt my person. I think that's what you're coming to the realization of, that that past person doesn't get any more of your energy anymore. This could be a parent, and I'm not saying cut off your parents. I'm more saying release that hurt and give it back to them, because it wasn't yours to carry in the first place. Okay, let's clarify your person. Person's not as chatty as you, Sag. They don't have as much to say. Could we clarify Saggy's person, please, Spirit? Really, there's no cards coming out. And that actually might be an issue too. They've gone quiet. And I think you're almost saying when they're quiet is when I worry, you know, what's going on in their head. 3 of Wands. They're just patiently waiting. They know what you're capable of. I feel like they feel you, and this is a deep connection. They feel you at a soul level, so they're aware of what you're feeling, what you're going through, and they're aware that you are going to work to come out of it. I think they have faith in you, that you're not just going to sit here forever. They're aware of the capabilities of your soul, if that makes sense. Okay, now I want to clarify this 10 of Cups. I mean, it doesn't need a lot of clarification. Oh, Saggy. 2 of Cups. Look at that yin and yang. First of all, this is telling me this is probably a divine soulmate type of connection. Second of all, it's telling me that... Oh, sorry. Oh, come on. Low battery. I can't even see myself. I got my screen changed and it just doesn't respond the way it should. I think there's something wrong with it. Anyway, where were we? Okay, 2 of Cups. See, my brain cannot be distracted for 2 seconds. It is off with the fairies. This was mirrored back to you. So that's why it's become so evident at the moment of what you're going through. So your person may have already gone through this or are going through this at the same time you are. It's just not as obvious to you, or they've already done some work in this area. The Ace of Cups also clarifying the cards from earlier. This person filled or has found a void in you that hasn't been able to be filled probably your whole life. And it's in a part of you that you've never felt feelings before, and you're really not sure what to do about it. While it feels great and you're enjoying it, it's new and it's foreign. And this sort of exposed vulnerability is new and foreign for you in that aspect. Like, while you may have loved openly in the past, no one ever really got to that real core depth of you, which doesn't happen a lot out in the real world. We all have to wear some sort of a mask. And then you'll actually find people that you could rip it off for, and they wouldn't dig that deep anyway. But this person knows depth. This person has managed to dig, and this person has hit on that spot, whether they're aware of it, whether they're intuitive enough to know, but they have found your love space. And they're all up in there and you don't know what to do about it. Okay, let's clarify the Temperance and the Eight of Pentacles. There's a lot of newness up in this spread. All the signs are out, so that's almost irrelevant. There's earth, there's fire, there's water, there's air. So this is resonating. Okay, so this Temperance is telling me, be very mindful of not holding your emotions too tight to your chest. So while you may not be able to break down that wall, all right, let's go, spirits talking. So while you may not be able to break down that wall, don't hold in what you're feeling, express it. That is what's going to make you feel safe enough. When you start to express to your person how you're feeling, why you're feeling that way, and they start responding in a way that makes you feel safe and secure, and you know that you can talk about things, little by little that wall will come down. Don't be tight with your feelings. Don't be tight. You don't have to go into an emotional space, but sharing what's going on in your mind, because you're a big thinker. Sharing what's going on in your mind is what will start to get this ball rolling, and it will also heal your person as you're healing, because as you start to share with them, they'll have confirmation that what they're feeling is correct as well, because if you're feeling this, they're feeling this. And this also works for if you're in separation as well. Now we're going to pull from the, what are they called? Romance Angel Oracle. Let's get some love advice. Sorry, shouldn't have sang. It's Friday. I'm in Friday mode. It's Friday afternoon. Okay, let's see. We have past life relationship, which is exactly what I felt earlier. This is not new to you. You recognize this person really here. And below it's so simple, it's so outright. It just says you have known each other before, and you do. You recognize them. Your soul recognizes each other. Even if each of you or one of you are not aware of it, let your friends help you. What it says below is ask for and accept support from others. And I think it's less about friends and more about, unless this is a friendship situation that you're going through, it's more about leaning in on your person. And I feel like you've always sort of dealt with things by yourself because you vet it out in your head, and it's a lot easier to just go through the motion. Oh, my leg just fell asleep. Ooh. Like it's fully asleep. It's easier for you to go through those motions and work it out, because I feel like too much coming in almost overwhelms you. However, for you to let that wall down and let your person in, you have to start allowing them to help you through things. You can pick and choose what you'd like to share, but it's important that you do share to some extent. And last but not least, we have finances and career. Financial issues are a factor in your love life right now. If you are facing money issues, it might be from the blockage from this wall. It's holding you back from your abundance. It is it's keeping out everything, if that makes sense, whether it be happiness, joy, love, you name it. You have blocked yourself off because it was needed, but you have managed to block yourself up from all your blessings. And Sag, Jupiter is here now. This is your time to receive your blessings. Don't worry about hunting for the abundance. Let down that wall and let the abundance come to you, is what I'm hearing. Now, we're going to pull 3 cards. 3? Yep. We're going to pull 3 from this tarot for overall advice. Okay. We have the 8 of Swords. If you see here, she's facing herself. Once again, I'm trying not to be blunt, but you're the only person holding you back. You've got to push through the fear. You may be dealing with a Gemini. There is Gemini showing up here. Push through the fear. Push through the fear little by little. You don't have to go in and do it all at once, but little steps. Push through it. You will be surprised how quickly, and your fire signs are very transformative, but especially Sagittarians. They can take whatever needs to be done and they can transform it. Fire burns things to the ground, but it also creates space to grow new. So it's time to use that skill, Sag. We also have the Hermit. You may be finding yourself sort of pulling back from the world and hiding away, and that's okay. That's okay, because this is letting down this wall. You didn't build it overnight. You didn't get hurt overnight. It takes time, and it's okay to take time away from the world to say, you know what, I need to do me right now. And this is something I'm learning as well. For a long time, I was not comfortable unless I was always on the go. I didn't feel like I was being productive, and I didn't feel like I had any worth unless I was producing something. I recently, which is why I was away for so long, actually took time to just be still, and it was so uncomfortable. However, it taught me a new worth, that my worth didn't drop because I wasn't putting new videos out, for instance, or things like that. It taught me that no matter what goes on in my external, my internal has the same worth always. And it changed the way I looked at the world. So don't feel shame in your stillness. And when you get to that point of not feeling shame in your stillness anymore, you actually start to, it transforms you internally. Your perspectives on the world changes internally. And while I never judged anyone else by their stillness, and I was always the biggest cheerleader, like, yeah, if you need that, you do that, I realized I very quickly judged myself, and I can't then profess to say I give others the space and the freedom to be who they are if I couldn't even do that for myself first. So it kind of sort of brought out a little bit of a mirror in the hypocritical sense, like, well, you've got to be able to treat yourself like that first if you want to be able to wholeheartedly treat others the same. Okay, we have the Queen of Swords. With this Hermit time comes clarity. You get to know yourself better. And the Princess of Cups. And that's, you're going to start to really love yourself and love your person. And where are we? This 10 of Cups, it's yours for the taking, and it's not going anywhere, okay, Sag? Thank you for stopping by, and don't forget, like, subscribe, all the rest of it. I love you all, and I'll see you all very soon. Bye.